Good morning, Weber family. Today is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. I'm Amaria Jacobs in the 5th grade.
And I am Denzel Parker in the 5th grade. And this is your Weber News.
The character phrase for February is take ownership. Take ownership of your learning means caring about your work, trying your best, being responsible for what you do, even mistakes, being the driver of your learning, and working to get better without making excuses.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Weber Pledge in a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are Weber Eagles. Every day we persevere, engage, and take ownership of our learning. We are tomorrow's leaders. Now for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated.
Persevere.
Persevere means never giving up. Keep going until you reach your goal.
Engage.
Engage means stay focused on your learning. Manage distractions.
Take ownership.
Take ownership means you are the driver of your learning. Use learning intentions and success criteria to help you learn.
Here are additional announcements for Wednesday, February 11th. Teachers, please remember to take attendance by 7:45 each day. Students, please remember you can earn house points daily. Teachers, please remember to award house points to students. This is a friendly reminder that 2nd grade students will have swimming all this week.
Tomorrow is HBCU College Day. Staff, show school spirit by wearing your HBCU college shirt or any college shirt. Friday is no school for students. Staff, please make sure you have registered for your sessions for Friday, February 13th. See the email sent by Dr. Russian and Miss Brown. Monday, February 16th, no school for staff and students.
Lunch for February 11th is chicken tenders, carrot sticks, and tater tots.
Breakfast for February 12th is mango parfait, hard-boiled eggs, cereal, milk, juice, and fruit.
Lunch for Thursday, February 12th is heart-shaped nuggets, broccoli, and onion rings. Birthdays for Wednesday, February 11th is happy birthday to Soraya Reese in the 5K, Grayson and Jackson Rundio in the 5K. When you see these students, please wish them a happy birthday.
I am Jordan Gilmore with the weather. Weather for Wednesday is mainly cloudy skies, slight chance of rain, high 69 degrees Fahrenheit, winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Later in the day, partly cloudy skies, low 37 degrees Fahrenheit, winds light and variable. Weather for Thursday is sunshine, and some clouds. High 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds light and variable. Later in the day, cloudy skies. Low 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds light and variable.
Hello, Eagles. My name is Dr. Russian, and I will be coming around to your classrooms to ask you some questions. My first question is, what are you learning? When I ask you what you're learning, I want you to tell me your learning intention. For example, today I am learning to count. The second question will be, how will you know when you have learned it? For example, I know I've learned it when I can count to 20 by myself, name the number, write the number, and show the number with objects. The third question will be, how do you use success criteria to help you learn? For these last three questions, the answer will always be the same. For this question, you use success criteria as a checklist or a guide. My next question will be, how do you use success criteria to help your friend learn? The answer to that question is as a checklist or guide to give feedback, and feedback helps us grow. My final question is, what makes a good learner? Here at Weber, what makes a good learner is persevere, engage, and take ownership of your learning. When I come to your class, I want you to be able to answer these questions. The first two are going to change depending on what you're learning. So for the first question, I need the learning intention. The second question, I need the success criteria. The last three will always be the same. How do you use success criteria to help you learn? As a guide or checklist. How do you use success criteria to help your friend learn? As a guide or checklist to give feedback, and feedback helps us grow. And the last question, what makes a good learner? Persevere, engage, and take ownership. I look forward to hearing your responses.
The life of Rosa Parks. She sat down to stand up for civil rights. 90 years ago, when Rosa Parks was growing up in Alabama, life was very unfair in the world she lived in. Black and white people were not treated equally, even though under the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, the law said they must be. Instead, the government came up with a trick called separate but equal, which meant that people could still be segregated by race and skin color. In bathrooms, in shops, in restaurants, and at drinking fountains. Not very equal, right? Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, 1913. Her mother was a teacher and her father was a carpenter. When her parents separated, she moved to Montgomery in Alabama to live on her grandparents' farm. From there, she had to walk to school. Only white kids could use the bus. When her grandmother became sick and needed care, she was forced to quit school and look after her. At 19, Rosa met Raymond Parks, a barber and political activist in the fight for equal rights. They fell in love and soon they got married. Now, with his encouragement, she went back to studying and finished high school. At that time, less than 7% of the black community graduated high school, so Rosa already stood out from the rest. After graduating, she settled into married life and took on a bunch of jobs, like doing laundry, mopping hospital floors, working in domestic service, and sewing and repairing clothes. Through her husband Raymond, Rosa got involved in the important work at the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Soon after, she started working as a secretary at the office in Montgomery, Alabama. She was busy investigating cases of racial injustice. What makes Rosa Parks so famous is what she did on December 1st, 1955. First, you gotta know that, at the time, the buses in Montgomery were divided. A seating area for white people, and a seating area in the back for black people. If more white passengers needed seats, then black passengers had to move further back and stand. If there was no standing room, they had to get off the bus. That's how unequally people were treated. After a long day at work, Rosa caught the bus home. She was worn out, physically tired, and tired of all the unfairness she saw around her. She took her seat, but as the bus filled up, 2 or 3 white passengers were left standing. The bus driver asked Rosa to give up her seat and move to the back. She politely refused and stayed put. Think what guts that takes. I felt a determination cover my body like a quilt on a winter's night, she later said. The driver called the police and she was arrested and put in jail. On Monday, December 5th, 1955, the day of Rosa's trial for disorderly conduct where she was found guilty, the Black community of Montgomery were organized, determined, and ready to act with a peaceful protest. They handed out leaflets that said,
"We are asking every Negro to stay off the buses Monday in protest of the arrest and trial. You can afford to stay out of school for one day. If you work, take a cab or walk. But please, children and grown-ups, do not ride the bus at all on Monday."
That Monday, no one used the buses. Everyone stuck to the boycott. People organized car sharing. Cabs charge only 10 cents for a ride, and a lot of the 40,000 people just walked. Do you have any idea how long they kept up the protest? 381 days. That's more than a year. Imagine how tough that must have been. Their victory came a year later when the Supreme Court said the segregation on public transport was against the law. Rosa Parks devoted the rest of her life to the fight for equal rights. Rosa wasn't the first to refuse to give up her bus seat to a white passenger. Don't forget brave women like Lily Mae Bradford, Irene Morgan, and Claudette Colvin, and other activists before her who did the same. Rosa Parks died in Detroit, Michigan in 2005 at the age of 92. Today, Rosa's defiance remains a symbol for us of everything we admire: courage, integrity, dignity, and true determination. No wonder she lives on forever as the mother of the freedom movement.
Teachers, anytime a student is out for more than 2 days in a row, please reach out to Mr. Chandler or Ms. Kemp by email.
Have a wonderful Weber day, and remember to persevere,
Engage.
and take ownership of our learning.
We
We are tomorrow's leaders.
leaders.